Hey there. Welcome to another Fantasy for the Ages Tiny Talk episode where I've got 5 minutes or less to pack in some goodness for you. If you enjoy this content, check out our other Tiny Talks and the rest of the content my son and I have here on our YouTube channel and subscribe, like this, pass the news along, and look for ways that you can join us and interact on Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, here in the show notes, and any way you'd like. Are you a fan of hard science fiction? Well, then I have news for you. Andy Weir's The Martian has got it going on. That's the subject of this Book Blast episode. The Martian. Are you more into plot driven science fiction with action, tension, and drama where the science itself doesn't matter that much? Andy Weir's The Martian is still your thing. Do you just love a good story that will give you an emotional thrill ride? Again, my dudes, The Martian. I read The Martian back in 2014. The novel itself was new in 2011, but then I heard a movie was going to be coming out, and that was hitting cinemas in 2015. So now I knew there's a book. Okay, I went and found the book. 2014 is when I read it. I always love to read the source material before I go see a film based on it. I just find it enriches my experience with the movie adaptation. Now, sometimes it means the movie deeply disappoints me, but usually I can appreciate the movie for what it is, and it's different. It's an adaptation. But there are nuances in the book that may help me better see what the director is trying to bring to the screen. Well, in this case, there was no disappointment at all. The book is fantastic. The movie is fantastic. It's not the same. I mean, they made adaptive choices for the film, but they really respected the source material well, and both movie and book are spectacular for their own reasons. I thoroughly enjoyed the film, but the book a little bit more. Andy Weir has a particular gift as a writer. He can take real science and make it exciting. Sorry, I may have offended every real scientist out there who's actually watching my video, but for most of us, that science stuff just makes our brains bleed. It's not truly gripping. Yet The Martian is packed with real science. You can double check this stuff out there and find it's legit. Yet Andy Weir has written it in a way that you care. You start geeking out over the actual science details, which is hilarious. I had such a fun time with this book. I fully recommend it for you. Just read it, trust me. In fact, because I loved it so much, I moved on to another Andy Weir book, Project Hail Mary. Now, I read that one just last year. I hadn't even heard about it before that, but someone else said, "Hey, Project Hail Mary." And I looked it up and Andy Weir, wait, I know this guy. So I was excited to get into it, but I'm going to save my thoughts on Project Hail Mary for another Book Blast episode. For this one, that's where I'm going to stop. I've just given you enough to know The Martian, Andy Weir, worth the time of reading it. It's not a very long book, won't take you long to consume. You will not be sorry you dove into this sci-fi novel. Again, if you have read it and you agree with me, put your thoughts down in the show notes. You disagree with me, put your thoughts down in the show notes. I'm happy to hear from you either way. But if you really read this book, I bet you loved it. There's a lot to like. That's where I'll leave you for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.